And Coach, before we get to questions from the media, could you just give us your thoughts on last week's game against the number 14 ranked Auburn?
Yeah, Auburn, you got to give them a lot of credit, Coach Malzahn, and particularly what the job his staff were able to do. They're a very good football team, and they played like it on Saturday night, particularly their defense and being able to hold us, from overall total yardage standpoint, and particularly with us really not ever being able to get anything going in the rushing game. I certainly think that they were did a nice job as well on offense, but obviously their defense played outstanding. We're a young football team right now, and we've got to be able to learn from this kind of mistake of things that happened with us the other night, and we've got to, if we can't do that, then we're going to have a hard time. But I think that our football team is going to be ready to go this week. I do think that we'll be able to learn from some of the mistakes we had the other night. I do think there are some positives to draw off of it. Again, as much as we had talked about going into the game, we don't have any turnovers outside the last play of the game. I thought Shai did a nice job of being able to make good decisions with the football as our quarterback. Time of possession, even though we didn't have nearly as many plays or nearly as many sustained drives, we were able to hold on the ball from a time of possession standpoint. We only had 3 penalties, and we played pretty solid on special teams as well. So there are a lot of positives to draw off of. We've just got to continue to try to play, and ultimately the big positive still comes back to, I think Auburn is a fantastic football team, and I think their front seven played great the other night.
Coach, thank you very much. We'll go to questions now from Christopher Heidel with HURV FM Sports Radio.
Hey, Coach Summers, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Talk about playing against New Hampshire this week. New Hampshire's been in the playoffs for the last, in the CAA for the last 13 years. Coach McDonald's a very good coach. He's been up there for a very long time. What do you see? I know it's early, but what do you see getting ready for that game on Saturday?
I see a good football team that plays really hard, plays with a lot of consistency. You mentioned earlier, Coach McDonald is, I believe this is his 19th year and his 26th there at New Hampshire, but his 19th year as a head coach. I saw a statistic earlier that was outstanding to me where I think there was 11 straight seasons that they were in the top 25 in FCS football. That's amazing. It's a good football team. They're well coached. They play hard. They don't make mistakes. They don't hurt themselves. And so I expect for them to be a good football team coming in here, and I expect them to come out ready to play. This is a great opportunity for them, obviously, to play against a good FBS football team and us. And so I think that they're going to have a lot of excitement, a lot of juice about this opportunity.
And talk about your team. What did you see from your squad against Auburn? I know Auburn is an SEC school, and so what did you see from your team that needs to be improved this week?
Well, certainly we've got to be able to execute better on the offensive side of the ball and being able to focus on the pieces of what we need to be able to. I've got to give Shai Werts a lot of credit. Freshman quarterback starting, really in a tough environment and a tough first game, but he continued to go out there every play and continued to play hard, continue to try to lift his teammates the correct way on the sideline, and never gave in and never flinched, So I've got to give him a lot of credit. Excited to see how much value there is and improvement from week 1 to week 2 against playing a good New Hampshire team this Saturday.
Well, Coach, good luck on Saturday.
Okay, thank you.
Christopher, thank you. And, Coach, thank you very much for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Y'all too.